One private jet, every flight it made in 3 years, 371 lines. She never shared a single one. Her team spent a reported $15 million to make this map disappear. It took one college kid a few days to draw it back. Here's why that's even possible. Every plane broadcasts its own position, openly, constantly. Anyone with a $40 antenna can listen in. So when a student named Jack Sweeney aimed a bot at this jet, every flight it took spilled out. 2 years, hundreds of trips, all of it public. Then, June 2025, the jet lands in Little Rock, Arkansas, and goes dark. In 3 years, its longest silence had been 29 days. This one runs 293, 10 times longer. The reason was a 9-month, $15 million overhaul. The rest of the world found out much later. The empty map knew first. March 2026, one loop takes off and lands exactly where it started. A test flight. The jet comes back wearing a disguise, a brand new tail number, November 3200 X-ray, hidden from the tracking sites. It was found in days. You can't repaint a plane. You can't repaint physics. And once it's back, a pattern emerges. Watch where the lines keep ending up, again and again. Nashville. Roughly every third flight comes home. A map of someone who always flies home. May 6th, the only ocean crossing on the entire map. Farnborough, England. 3 days later, a short hop to Shannon, Ireland. Then the long flight home. 2 months before the wedding, the jet quietly crossed the Atlantic and came back. What could that trip have been for? No one has ever explained it. Then you get days like this one, May 11th, 4 separate flights, all in a single day. It begins in New York, then west to Kansas City, his world, south to Tampa, her father's city, back home to Nashville, and then, by nightfall, all the way back to New York. 4 cities, 1 day. That's not travel. That's a checklist. And then, June. 31 flights, the busiest month in this jet's recorded life. Busier than any single month of the 152-show Eras Tour. The Eras Tour never worked this plane as hard as the wedding did. 5 days out, 1 afternoon, 3 legs. Nashville to Philadelphia, where his father lives. Philadelphia to Tampa, where her father lives. Then home to Nashville. Both fathers, both cities, in a single afternoon. 5 days before the wedding. You can draw your own conclusions. July 3rd, the wedding, Madison Square Garden in Manhattan. And the most tracked jet in America sat completely still. It was parked at a private airfield in Morristown, New Jersey, barely 20 miles from the ceremony, and it did not move for 5 straight days. After 3 years of narrating her life, the machine went silent at the one moment the whole world was watching. Since March, when the jet came back, 90 flights, 157 hours in the air, nearly 78,000 miles, 61,000 gallons of jet fuel, the equivalent of driving a Toyota Camry for 1.8 million miles, or 74 times around the Earth, 649 tons of carbon dioxide, more than her entire Eras Tour is estimated to have flown. This was never really about one jet. Everything you just watched came from open data, a hobbyist, and a laptop. The same machinery that lets the public check a billionaire's emissions is the machinery that lets strangers map a woman's family, her homes, and her wedding week in real time. Same signal, same map, both things at once. 2 weeks after the wedding, this jet had its single busiest day in the log. 4 flights, ending with Groton, Connecticut, to Longview, Texas, and straight back, same day. No show, no game, no explanation. 3 years of tracking this plane, and its hardest working day is a total mystery. Data tells stories. This was one.